Baby General, so I needed to speak today first. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Wonderful. Well, first I'd like to acknowledge the Board of Trustees of the Army War College Foundation for this esteemed honor and the privilege of being recognized as a distinguished graduate of the Army War College. And especially retired Ruth Collins, the president and CEO of the Army War College Foundation, to Major General Hill and his wife, Chris, for taking the time out of your schedule today to be here and to honor us as well, to the fellow award recipients, to this tremendous U.S. Army War College class of 2025, to several mentors, family members, and friends, who've taken time out of your schedules to be here today for the ceremony, especially my wife of 41 years, Linda, who's been with me along the entire ride. Yes. And certainly other distinguished guests, along with fellow inductees. Congratulations to all of you as well. I'm so honored to join this esteemed class with you. A special thanks to, he's now deceased, Lieutenant General retired Arthur Gregg, who nominated me for this recognition today. General Gregg, of course, as you know, Fort Gregg Adams is named after him. He passed away here just a few months ago. But he was insistent in calling me to say, Dennis, I need some more information. And even though I tried to avoid him a few times, he finally said, I need this information by this date, and I provided it to him. So I know he's smiling, looking down. He was such an extraordinary giant of a man, and I owe this great honor in many ways to him as well. Again, I'm truly honored and humbled to be recognized as an outstanding alumnus. The class of 1999. And our theme song that year was by Prince. We're going to party like it's 1999. Hard to believe that was 25 years ago. And when we arrived here, General Scales was the commandant at that point in time, and he gave his presentation to us, intro. I'm certain, as General Hill has done many times with classes, about what we wanted to do here, learn here, and et cetera. And he said, by the way, we will win Jim Thorpe in the spring. And so he ensured, and we did. And as was mentioned, out of that class, we did have a chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Joe Dunford. So there's someone out there sitting there, and we have General Myers here today. You never know where you may be. The best year of our life, that's what was said to us when we came to Carlisle, and it truly was. We had come out of command out of the 82nd Airborne Division, and so we were a little tired after that period of time, and so when we arrived here, it was such an extraordinary year to reflect and pause and get to know our peers. We had two little boys at that time. We're in Young Hall, and I'm told it's a totally different place today, but we enjoyed that year here, and it was such a great year for both of us. As noted by Chris, I retired in 2016, in November this month, 8 years ago. That's hard to believe as well. And after much needed respite, paying some long overdue vacations that I'd promised Linda along the way, and an extended honeydew list, I joined Booz Allen Hamilton, where I'm currently with the Global Defense Group and work directly for the CEO. I serve as the chair of the Global Ethics and Compliance because the purpose and values that I had in the military were easily transferable to this company that I was able to join and continue to work in international business and security cooperation. As mentioned, what I find the most joy is serving on nonprofit boards. The Capital Partners for Education, it's called Spark the Journey, an organization in Washington, D.C. focused on inner city youth and encouraging them to complete high school, to go on to college or to a career certification program so they could live productive lives. The Army Historical Foundation for the new museum at Fort Belvoir. I invite you certainly to be there under the leadership of General Eric Shinseki and General Roger Schultz, who had the chair of this foundation, but was instrumental in having that museum built. And we invite you there. Then, of course, on the Board of Visitors at my alma mater, which is a full circle moment for me, just recently appointed in December, and I enjoy seeing young people and encouraging and supporting and telling them about the ROTC program. The Rocks Incorporated, a great organization, mentoring organization. Major General Gillespie will be behind me here in his remarks and your leadership there. The Military Women's Memorial, and of course, so many other organizations that are involved in mentoring young youth and encouraging them about having productive lives in their future. At Booz Allen, I'm very proud to support our retired military veterans. We currently have over 10,000 military men and women serving, currently employed with us. And we're very proud of the fact that we're the #1 employees of military spouses, to entitle them and encourage them to have a career, not just a job, and being able, as their spouse moves around the world, throughout the U.S., to hopefully continue their careers. My focus today, along with telling my Army story and sharing the enormous opportunities afforded to Linda and me and our family through my Army career, is supporting, empowering, and telling the story of those who we served with and their families. For the class today, just 3 points as I close. During your year here at Carlisle, take time to take inventory, a personal inventory of your life. Reflect on all that has brought you to this point and where you are. During this year, you have an opportunity to reflect on that, your personal life. Your family, an opportunity to rebuild, rekindle, strengthen, and reinvest in your family. Because the military is very demanding. Our careers are very demanding. And our families, we would not be able to get there. I know I would not without the support of my family and my wife, Linda. And then your career. What has brought you to this point, significant point in your career? I arrived here as a lieutenant colonel having no idea what was next and what was ahead. But I made sure I used this year to prepare for what would come. Number 2, get to know. Really know your classmates, and especially the international fellows who are here, critical to the mutual security in this very challenging geopolitical environment that we're in today. It's really through those members that you'll meet here in this class that you'll see around the world as you continue to serve. And I was proud to be able to walk in and see a friend from the Army War College who was leading some part of a military and one of our partners and allies. And then number 3, understand that it's no longer about you. It's now about the men and women you're privileged to lead and serve. And so as you depart here in a few months, because this year will pass by very quickly for you, think about how you're going to impact and make a difference, not only in your own career, but in the lives of others. That's the most important responsibility we all have as leaders. Again, thank you to the Army War College Foundation and the Board of Trustees for this esteemed honor. Certainly a privilege that means the world to me, and I'm so deeply